In this programme, we explore new ways of producing visual material for the whiteboard for primary music. Teachers TV was approached by Steve Lowe, a designer and film director who had some ideas about designing visual material for the whiteboard. Here, Steve collaborates with Hilary Fisher at Copythorne School near Southampton. Hilary chose beats and rhythms as our subject.
Grandpa's strolling.
On the first day of filming, Hilary showed how she uses movement and her body to demonstrate where a beat or rhythm occurs in a piece of music. Steve and Hilary decided to design two characters that would represent beat and rhythm. Steve showed these characters and some other ideas to Hilary on his second visit.
Designed these little characters, okay, that are as yet unnamed.
Yeah. I really like it, you know, because I hadn't imagined what you could do to make the heartbeat come out. So yeah.
Now I've not given them names.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to give them some names.
I don't know. Goodness me.
Barry beat, Brian beat.
Yes, you could have. Yeah.
So it'd be nice.
Rita rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Billy beat.
What we thought was interesting about this, is if you say like, okay, you can say to the children, okay, I'm going to change the shape and its colour. Now you've got to tell me, is it beat or rhythm?
Yeah.
So we thought that you could then start to open this out, so it could become a little bit more of a game.
Yeah. See, that's nice, and it's nice to be able to use that again in something else and just show a red square and say, what we're going to be listening for, or the green circle and what we're going to be listening for.
And you then actually could put the two over each other, because obviously this bit of animation we can incorporate with another piece.
Yes. Oh, where you could have the beat and the rhythm both playing together. And then that would be really nice. Yeah.
And then you
can see the sort of the dung and the way the rhythm fits over the top, the pattern fits over the top. No, that's a nice idea, especially seeing them together. That would be good.
I mean, this is. Do you think this is?
Yeah,
say if you don't like it.
No, honestly, I'm because I just hadn't been able to imagine what you'd be able to do with it. So this is more than I could imagine sort of seeing. So it's really good. Yeah.
Do you want to see you? You can change it.
I could, could do all sorts, couldn't you? It's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Longer hair, though?
Longer hair would be better, but,
Hilary was also keen to experiment with a pre-recorded sequence for use in the classroom.
When we're listening to music, we're thinking about all the different elements that we can hear. So we're listening out for all the different layers of sound that we can hear, and we're listening out for how loud and how quiet it gets, and we're listening out.
We produced this sequence as both live action and also with Hilary as an animated character.
And we're listening to all these different things, and we've been particularly thinking about whether we can listen out for the beat of the music, so if we can feel that heartbeat that's going on underneath. And then we're also listening to all the patterns of notes on the top, so all the short notes and the long notes and the rests and the silences, and we're thinking about how they all fit together when we're doing our listening.
Here's what Hilary thinks of the work produced so far.
For me, it's been an eye-opener in thinking about those things and not being sort of negative about it and thinking, well, actually, will it work at all, and why do I need that as an extra tool? Well, actually, I'm beginning to see that, what a super tool it is.
Now Hilary incorporates the visual material into her lesson on beats and rhythms.
This is a bit unusual for our lesson today, isn't it? But I'm going to say, rather than over to me here, I'm going to say over to me.
When we're listening to music, we're thinking about all the different elements that we can hear. So we're listening out for all the different layers of sound that we can hear, and we're listening out for how loud and how quiet it gets, and we're listening out for all the different instruments that you can hear, and we're listening out for whether it goes high or whether it goes low. Personally, I think it was a really succinct sort of piece that I wanted them to know. I don't know whether for them it went in as much as perhaps them being able to sum up their own learning themselves. And then we're also listening to all the patterns of notes on the top, so all the short notes and the long notes and the rests and the silences, and we're thinking about how they all fit together when we're doing our listening.
What did she just say? What are we going to do? Listen to the beat. What else did she say? Declan?
Rhythm.
Listen to rhythms. And we've been thinking about beats and rhythms, haven't we? What did she say we were going to do just now? Listen to some music. Shall we have a go?
Did you like the cartoon, Mrs. Fisher?
Yeah.
Did you find it a bit funny, or did you enjoy it?
enjoy it.
You enjoyed it. Could you listen to me when I was the cartoon? Could you hear what I was saying? Could you understand it?
I recognised you straight away.
You recognised me straight away, did you? Oh. Was it odd having me as a cartoon?
Yes.
Was it fun then, or was it just a bit odd?
Fun and odd.
Fun and odd. Fair enough. So would you like to have a cartoon interview when you grow up, maybe?
No, thank you.
No. Did you like our music lesson today?
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
I liked when that Billy Beat was jumping up and down because he was funny. It starts off just 1, 1, 1. Start now.
We were listening out. What were we listening for when we listened to the music?
The beat.
The beat. And what was the other thing on the top that we might have heard?
The rhythm.
The rhythm. Was it easier when you saw it on the spot, or when it was dancing along the screen?
Well, it was easier dancing
When it was dancing along the screen.
because you could see what's happening.
So you've noticed something already. What did you notice already about that? Who can put their hand and tell me what they noticed already?
It went in patterns.
It went in patterns, didn't it? What kind of patterns did you notice?
I think it went 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2.
Oh, that would be something we could maybe play another time and see if we could work out the pattern, couldn't we? We could fit our maths into our music, couldn't we? Now then, let's have a look and see them together and see if the rhythm and the beat fit together. Did you like having cartoons for the music?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think that was better than me doing my clapping, having the Billy Beat and the Rita rhythm?
Yeah.
So was the beat and the rhythm together? They definitely played at the same time, didn't they?
But there was one, his
His was just 1, 1, 1, 1, so like a heartbeat. Yeah.
On the square one, it done just 1, 1, 1, and on the circle one, it went 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Wow, so you noticed that pattern that Florence was talking about compared to Billy Beat, who was doing ones all the time, like a heartbeat, didn't you? What's wrong with the bit of cartoon that you were about to see? Okay, because there's something wrong.
JJ Kool-Aid. JJ Kool-Aid.
JJ Kofinsa.
JJ Kofinsa.
Kofinsa Langa.
Kofinsa Langa.
Kakashilanga.
Kakashilanga.
Adende.
Adende. Adende.
So what was different there?
All the green stick instead of a red one.
It was a green one instead of a red one. Oh, was he doing the rhythm instead of the beat, was he? Chloe, did you find the same thing as Jane Leeson did?
And I think he should be called Billy Rhythm now, and
He should change his
and
name
Rita
now.
should be called Rita Beat.
Rita Beat. Now there's a good name for a cartoon character. Lee, what did you notice?
He had the wrong beat and he was playing the wrong tune.
He had the wrong beat on the wrong
He
tune.
meant to have the bird beater and the beat.
Ah, let's see if they played another trick on us with the next bit. Did we manage to trick you, Matthew, with the game when Rita and Billy got swapped around with their rhythm and their beats and the wrong beaters? Did you get caught out?
No.
And I got caught out.
Because I knew that because their colour shirt was.
Oh. So what was special about their colour shirt?
Well, because they had the same beater as the shirt.
So if they had the wrong colour beater and the wrong colour shirt, then you knew that they were not doing the right thing?
they love the game, they like being tricked. And I think it's a really good way of training their brain into what they're looking for. And they were all very good at then saying, he's got the wrong colour beater, you know, that should be green. And I think visually you could then see that they were very clued in to the screen and what had been happening, and they were very switched on by it. Did you like Billy and Rita though? Did you like our cartoon Billy, Rita and Rita Rhythm?
Yes, but they were a bit strange when they muddled up, because Rita Rhythm had a red beater and she was doing all the wrong things, and then the whatever Billy Beat, he was I think when he got muddled up with the green beater, he was playing all the same notes as Rita, but he was just getting muddled up.
He was, wasn't he? He was totally mixed up, and I'm glad that you spotted it. I'm going to ask you, right?
Stop yourself.
I've stopped myself, thank goodness. Quick, can you tell the person who's closest to you what you found out today about the beat and the rhythm? What did you find out today, Sam?
I found out that beats aren't the same as rhythms.
Beats aren't the same as rhythms, absolutely. What did you find out, Chloe?
Sometimes they got mixed up.
Sometimes they get mixed up and you have to listen really carefully, don't you? What did you find out, Sean? They don't sound the same, do they? You can hear them over the top of each other. What did you find out, Lee?
I found out that you have to they can't swap.
They can't swap. They're different things, aren't they? Hearing the beat of something and hearing the rhythm over the top is something completely different. So did you like having cartoons as part of our music lesson today? Did you think it made it easier to hear the music, being able to see it?
I think next time we should have 3 characters.
So we should have 3. Who would the other one be then?
He should be the one that checks it all out and helps them all to
I see. So someone to sort them out, to make sure that Billy's not got the wrong coloured beater and Rita's got the right colour and she knows what she's doing. Is that right?
Yes.
I see. I think you might be onto something there, Florence. Well, I was really pleased with the way the lesson went and the way that the extra elements to being able to visually see the music helped in their listening and helped them to see the rhythm and the beat, which was the most important point for them to be able to actually hear that difference and to be able to discern which one was playing at which time. Like I say, I think I could see myself thinking about the things you definitely want to be able to say, but knowing that it is easier if you're able to see it yourself at the same time that they do and say, well, you know, did that make sense to you? Because if you're doing the talking of of the teaching point, the learning point, and then you're asking them did they understand it, it's from the same viewpoint, and so it's sort of difficult for them to discern what you mean by that. So yeah, seeing yourself or seeing someone else saying a teaching point and then you're saying, well, did that make sense? Well, how can we think about that? You can sort of facilitate their learning through like that. I'd love to do more. I think, having spoken about it with a music colleague of mine, she was very interested in the idea of having the visual representation of the beat and the rhythm, and particularly, if I could show her the way that it moves across the screen, I think she'd be even more delighted than she could have imagined from what would be produced by this. And I think that, yes, it would be a really interesting step to go further than that and see if you could fit in a Billy beat and then sort of 3 Rita rhythms and seeing the way they interplay, so you're looking at texture. I think there's a really interesting sort of opportunity there for using voice as a sound, as a musical sort of element, and using the images to create those ideas, because I think cartoons can be very complex and you're carried along by the whole story together, but if you had a voice that was the story and then only certain elements of it's being shown, I think that would be a really interesting sort of way of using what we've sort of tried with the music here and seeing if it works in another genre.